Manchester City versus Chelsea game was an interesting game to watch for Manchester City fans, and for we Chelsea fans, maybe worst performance against Manchester City so far. You have to know that in 11 games we have not had any win against Manchester City. The last time we won Manchester City was in Champions League 2021. How are we not supposed to beat Manchester City side that has been struggling to get a point? Now they are 1 point ahead of Chelsea and they are in top four, in the Premier League now. So what next? Now let's talk about the game. Chelsea sides, they started, I think the first few minutes of the game, they started very well. They were holding the ball, they were playing it between their midfield, making attempts, and they got an early goal. So what then happened? What then happened? What then happened? What is wrong with this Chelsea team? At least this is a game we are supposed to lose. We might lose a game like this because it is a big team. But what about the struggling Manchester City team that started their new signings immediately for Chelsea, and yet we could not hit the target? This is a poor game. Nicholas Jackson. Let's talk about Nicholas Jackson. Very poor game for Nicholas Jackson. I think Nicholas Jackson and Madueke, they had a very poor game. Forget that Madueke had a goal. He got an early lead, but it was not enough. After then, what happened? His game was poor. He was just running on the wrong side. The crosses were not coming in. Removing Nicholas Jackson in the game is fine. But what about removing Madueke? Because he had a goal, you have to leave him. Come on, Chelsea has to do better. If we must proceed, if we must move forward, if we must make the top four this season, because if we have to make the top four this season, then Chelsea has to do better.